I meet lots of interesting people who I want to help, and the best way for me to give back is to quickly share who they're helping professionally and who they wish they could privately or philanthropically help more. And I help you by keeping the interviews short and sweet. People in my circle can pick and choose who to directly and indirectly help with their business or charitable contributions. Who are you helping? Don't forget to subscribe or follow me on YouTube and TikTok so that they start paying me to do more interviews like these. Let's get started. Hey, how's it going? I'm Dan Fredenberg, and this is Who Are You Helping? I'm a commercial investor and I own 506 BME, which means I'm constantly interviewing commercial syndicators and operators, buyers and sellers and all that kind of stuff. So if that sounds like you, I'd love to have you on as my guest. But sometimes there's someone who is in my circle and we're not sure if our businesses overlap, but we take these 8 minutes to find out all about them so my friends like you can find out as well. I'm joined today with Thomas Sutton. How are you doing today, Thomas?
I am well. How are you doing?
I'm fantastic because my favorite audience member is watching us. I really like this person, you know. But actually, the only thing I'm worried about though is that if they're feeling searing pains in your eyeballs, it might be because there's a horrific red button under here that says subscribe. You should hit that. But Tom, Thomas, do you want to introduce yourself a little bit to the audience before we get started?
Sure. Thomas Sutton. I own Quality Structural Inspections, and I do commercial property inspections for the syndicators and the operators out there. And I can come in and do everything from a full-blown PCA down to just walking through the property, and even doing just something as simple as checking the fire safety or environmental stuff.
Beautiful, beautiful. And so my first question in this show is usually who do you help professionally? You've already covered a lot of that, so I think the geography is the only thing that's left, which is where are your ideal clients located, or where are they syndicating out of, or where are
Well,
they taking down deals?
I'm out of Minnesota, Minneapolis, Minnesota.
hmm
So, ideally, Wisconsin, the Dakotas, Iowa, easy to travel to, but I can travel across the country and help you with any part of the process at all.
All right, beautiful. And my next question, I want to qualify it a little bit for you in case you haven't seen a Who Are You Helping before. And the question is, who do you wish you could help more? But I want you to know the inspiration behind this question. See, I don't know if you know this about me, but I'm from the internet. Okay, so and everywhere I've lived around the world, they've had this emphasis of you got to shop local, you got to support your local economy, and all that kind of stuff. And I agree with that, but that doesn't leave a whole lot of room for little old me. So it got me thinking, well, if you are going to be picking an online professional, how can you make sure that you're making the most positive impact per dollar in this in your choices for professional help? So Thomas, privately, voluntarily, philanthropically, artistically, whatever it is, who in your life or who professionally do you wish you could help more?
There's a company, it's a nonprofit company out of Burnsville, and they help rescue trafficked women, children, kids. And I would love to be able to just turn over all of my profits to them if I could. So I've got an awesome goal here coming up in 2023, is that personally my company wants to support what's called a border patrol, and that saves 100 plus women, children, kids a year just from one spot. And I want to be able to fully fund that.
Wow, wow, that's a really great reason, and it really shows that there's more to people than just what just a price tag, I suppose. But my next question, then, I like to imagine that the people in the audience are like Santa Claus or the genie coming out of the lamp, and the question is, how can people help you, Thomas?
Well, they can help me and in the ways of referring business to me, because I don't, I can give you the link if you want to just donate. But I feel that if you use my services, because you use my services, I'm going to donate money towards that cause. And so the more you busy my company, the more it benefits the nonprofit. saving women and kids and stuff throughout the world.
I really love that. All right, cool. And then as far as I go, because of my distinct last name, I'm pretty easy to get a hold of. This QR code that I have on my screen, if you scan it with your phone, that goes to the FAQs page for the syndicator service I have called 506 Me, which is where I will be your chief compliance officer for as little as $497 a year. But how can people help you, Thomas? Or sorry, you already said that. I mean, how do they reach out in those public or professional ways? How can they help? So you mentioned there's a link. I can put that in the description. Is LinkedIn's a great place to find you, I'm sure.
LinkedIn's a great place to find me.
Mhm.
I'm on there quite a bit just because of the great content and stuff. And then you can just go to my website. It's qualitystructuralinspections.com. And there's a contact me page. And you can put your information in there. And just in the comments, say, hey, it's because about the donation stuff or whatnot. And then I'll know it's not an inspection that needs to be done. And I'll reach out to you.
All right, beautiful. And so that is who Thomas helps professionally. That's who Thomas wishes he could help more, how people can help him and how to reach out. But Thomas, did you know that if people in the audience hit the big ugly red button, then that helps me?
Awesome. Do it. Hit the button. Hit the button. Hit that
Right.
button.
Exactly. And it's totally free. It just means that my videos might show up in your list of suggestions. But again, I just want YouTube to start paying for these videos instead of me, really. But yeah, exactly. I really appreciate the fact that you spent this time with me and that's talking to you too. Thomas, this has been great getting to know you a little bit better. Thanks for joining.
Thanks.
Awesome.